Hey guys, in today's video, I just want to talk about my story. So I've been playing MapleStory as far back as 2006 or 2007. It was around when I was in 6th grade or 7th grade. Anyways, it was a long time ago. And I don't know if you guys know this, but we're about to have Classic Server MapleStory released in the summer update, which is really exciting. A lot of old MapleStory players who really miss playing old MapleStory have been asking for Classic MapleStory for a long time. And I think it's exciting that now we get to go back and experience old classic MapleStory and kind of relive those times when those moments of our childhood, and it's just a lot of those moments are going to be really nostalgic. And the point of this video is I just want to talk about where I started and where I am today. So I've been playing MapleStory for a long time, since grade school. And this game has been one of my biggest games in my life. It has taken a lot of time away from my life. I've played this game consistently. I've had friends play this game. They've played this game maybe a year or two and then quit. Because MapleStory, it's a marathon. And you can't play it expecting to get to the top right away. So I've been playing this for many years, and this is not even the original server that I played in. For many years I played in the regular server, which was back then Windia. Windia doesn't exist anymore. It's been merged into Aurora, which is a combination of all the other regular worlds. Now, the reason why the regular worlds were merged into into others, because right now I believe there's 3 or 2 regular worlds, but they were merged because the regular worlds were dying, essentially. Players just stopped playing, and I understand it, because regular world, it was just too expensive. To progress, you had to pay a lot of money to upgrade your equipment, to buying equipment, and all sorts of things. And that was the problem. I didn't want to pay to level myself up. And even if I wanted to pay, it was still a game of chance. Right? Nothing was guaranteed, especially with cubing. A cube cost about $2-3. That is way too much. And not everybody could afford that, obviously. And when Reboot came out, I was very scared and hesitant to move to Reboot, because everybody was always saying, yeah, you can play Reboot, but you're gonna use a lot of your time to progress, while in regular world you can just pay with your money. So which one do you value more, your time or your money? So people always made that argument, because they want more players to stay in regular world, because it only makes sense. When you have players, it'll improve the economy. But the problem there was, I've just started Reboot in 2021, and I have progressed further and faster than I have ever progressed in regular world. I started 2021, it is right now 2025, and I am level 274. Granted, 274 is not that high, but if you take a look at my regular server, my highest character is probably only around level 230 something. So I finally made the big switch. I played regular server for a long time. I had a lot of characters there that I grew fondly of. I had guilds and friends there, but At some point, I just made that decision. It's time to start over and start in Reboot, because the gatekeeping of progression through through spending with your money, it's just not right. I don't think Nexon should require players to spend money just to progress naturally in the game. I understand that money can help you boost your progression, but it shouldn't be the baseline for progression. So that's why I made the switch to Reboot. And as you can see, 2021 to 2025, that's only 4 years. In 4 years, I have progressed my main character to a higher level. I do much more damage than any characters that I had in regular server, and I also have a higher Legion level than my regular server. So if anybody's out there that's playing the regular server and they're scared to switch to Reboot because everybody says, oh, you're gonna have to spend more time, that is completely not true. That is a false accusation, and I just encourage you to free yourself, make a new character. You don't even have to delete characters in your regular world. Just create a character in Reboot and try it out for yourself. And you'll see how much faster the progression is in Reboot. And you don't have to spend anything. The only thing you have to spend on is cosmetics. And that's totally optional. And not only that, you can also get cosmetics from events if you really don't want to spend money. That guy just leveled up. Oh, and they're gone. But anyways, yeah, so that's where I've been. I used to main a Dark Knight in regular world, and I've switched mains multiple times. I've been a Mercedes main, a Dark Knight main, a Night Lord main, as well as Hero. But I always felt like Dark Knight was my calling. I love the Spear class, and it's always been the coolest class. Because back when I was playing in the 2000s, before 2010s, back when Fangblade hasn't reached level 200 yet, you know, the Dragon Knights were like the coolest class. And I think that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to when the classic server is released during the summer update, is to experience the Dragon Knight class once again. I'm looking forward to using that dragon roar that just one clears the entire map. And that was one of the most impressive things that you could do, especially around new players, because clearing the map was not a common practice back then. Before, you'd fight mobs almost one at a time. You'd be lucky if you can kill 3 or 4 mobs together, and that's what it was called, mobbing, back in the day. Now it's just every class at this point can clear the entire map. So it's almost like the identity of every class has kind of merged into just its own, like every class has merged into like some kind of common map clearing job, and the only difference is the animation. And it's just I'm not complaining, because it is a quality of life and it is still fun. MapleStory is still fun the way it is, but having classic server come back is also very exciting. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions on my story, on what I main, what I like to do, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to respond to them. Yeah, so this class that I'm playing right now is a Dark Knight. This is my main. I have playing this guy since I would say level, no, not level, I was playing this guy, since, like, 2022? 2022, because before KnightX, I was actually maining a Night Lord, but I kind of, I don't know, Dark Knight had a calling for me, so I made a change and went back to Dark Knight. My Night Lord, which was my old main, is currently 261, so it's a lot weaker than my Dark Knight, because I haven't really spent much time on my Night Lord. But I do plan to go back on my Night Lord when the new update comes around, when the job balance comes out, because I think the quality of life for Night Lords is gonna significantly improve, especially with the cooldown reduction of the skills. But yeah, I don't know what else to say or talk about, so I'm gonna rely on you guys to leave your questions in the comments. And if you have any questions about which job you think you should play in the upcoming events or updates, leave them in the comments and I'll be glad to answer. And also, if you have any questions regarding what the difference between Reboot and regular server is, leave those in the comments and I'll be glad to answer them. I think that's going to be it for this video, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Just leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!